Welcome, the War Chief of Light is back with another epic video. Hi, my name's PBG, but you lovely people are more than welcome to call me Peebs. In today's video, we're going to look at what happens when a company takes their roadmap seriously, what happens when they don't, and why I am fucking impressed with Square Enix Final Fantasy team. Straight up. Before getting into that, if you're into this sort of stuff, you like the lore, the deep dive, this one's a little bit more experienced, business-based around video game industry, so real fun, or just nerdy stuff in general, well honey, you're home. Hit that subscribe button, because listen, we tend to do nerdy here pretty well. Alright, let's jump into the finer points of Final Fantasy's business practices right now. One of the things Final Fantasy XIV, and Square Enix in general, does very well is communication. If you have them on Twitter, you're up to date on every game release, what they're doing, their patches. They have Twitter accounts for each of their games, so you can literally follow everything they do. Final Fantasy XIV has by far the most communication, so wow, I admit, I really like the live letters because you get to interact with the developers. You get to ask questions, they do stuff on the fly on top of present to you whatever they have to present. However, this video we're looking at it on a business sense, and the honest answer is they don't need to do that. They don't. A simple blue post, like you would see in Warcraft, is sufficient with the information that they're giving. But no, they give it to you live. They give it to you with their opinions behind it. They give to you the whys. We have a clear roadmap for the next 2 years. We know that the next expansion is on the horizon in 2 years. We know what their grand picture looks like in the next few years, what they want to do, what's ambitious, what's not ambitious. That's a lot of information for regular consumers. In comparison, how much do you know about Warcraft? Let's say 2 months ago. Was there a patch? I think so. There's a patch coming. Yes, it went to PTR. That's correct. There was a little video, which was a good video, I'm not gonna lie, introducing a new zone, but not a lot of actual information. And then radio silence for months. And then one day, randomly, somebody on Twitter will be like, hey, new things coming in 2 weeks. Here's a good question. When will the next expansion launch? When will the next piece of content drop other than 9.2? How long will you be without content? Will you go another 9-10 months without content? I don't know. But somebody does know at Blizzard. Okay, let's make this perfectly clear. The people who do know this at Blizzard are the stakeholders and the shareholders. Why? Because they are financially invested. They're the one providing the money up front for Blizzard to continue daily operations, and then revenue comes back. That's how it works. So remember, roadmaps, timelines, phases, milestones, those are all things that the stakeholders see. Those are all things the shareholders see. We don't. So the next question is, why is Final Fantasy XIV sharing this type of information with us? That's a solid question when you really stop and think about it. Let's be clear. Square Enix got the information that we did in that live letter before we did. Absolutely. They got the go-ahead to present it. This isn't something Yoshi P just walks up and says, fuck it, I'll just show all the players. Here you go, baby. No, that's not how business works. I guarantee you it hit a boardroom before it hit us. Which again is not a bad thing. That's how business works. Now, I can't speak for Japanese companies. Okay, I really can't. I don't know if it's cultural. But I do know a lot about business. I do know a lot about the inner workings of project management because that's the world I live in on the daily for work. But let's talk about the types of conversations we are having and why they're so different. This is a consumer versus customer conversation. Warcraft treats us like consumers, Final Fantasy XIV like customers. The best example of this type of conversation is when Final Fantasy XIV said, hey, we're going to start bringing out patches every 4 months instead of every 3.5. I work in a customer-based business. Can't say anything more than that. If I had to deliver that message to a customer, which I do here and there, this is how it would sound. Hello customer, we need to change the cadence of our content release. The reason is more resources are required for larger content releases as time went on. Any questions? Great. That ain't what we got. And remember, if this was Blizzard, we wouldn't have been told anything. Fuck all, actually. In fact, you would have went months and months and months without content, begging for it, and eventually just shows up on the PTR. Square Enix gave us 2 fucking slides of why they had to bring that cadence up. Again, above and beyond. But then they went on and explained it point by point. Hey, we have a larger number of voice lines to do. Hey, we have a larger number of quests. We have more visuals. We have more. This is a conversation to have with your stakeholders / shareholders. They want to know why. Why am I spending more money? Why are you not bringing out more content? The why is important there, not with us. Holy shit, they went above and beyond to make sure that not only we were satisfied with the answer they gave, but it was factual. That is a respect given to us as the customer. And that is something that is unprecedented in the gaming industry, generally speaking. Period. End point. Like, wow. As a gamer, I'm from a world where timelines are unicorns. They don't exist, honey. What a feeling it is to have a little bit of an insider, a little bit of look at how the development cycle works, how their phasing works. Incredible. Other developers out there, game industries, I'm not asking you to be Final Fantasy XIV. That is above and beyond. But you know, a timeline would be nice. Maybe the large features, maybe what's coming in a new patch before 2 weeks before it's released. Something. Tell your players something. Imagine being a WoW player that went from 9.0 to 9.1, not a clue what was happening, and then 9.1 to 9.2. That amount of time with nothing. It's not acceptable. There has to be better communication with players, whether it's updates, blue posts. It doesn't have to be a live letter format. That is quite extreme, and I understand that maybe you wouldn't want to do that. But you gotta let your customers know. And this is another discussion we had in the Discord. With Shameless Blood, we have one. You should join. One of the reasons why Final Fantasy XIV is so successful versus World of Warcraft, especially in how they lay out their patches and their cadences, at least from my perspective, is project management. It's a management issue. Again, this is a biased opinion because that's the world I come from. If you read into the live letter a little bit and you listen to Yoshi P talk about how he does stuff, you'll see it's very clear that they do things in phases with clear timeline and clear milestones. You'll also see that he does things in very simple week by week plays, which is, it's a very standard procedure for people who have taken project management courses. It very much is. I'm studying it. Anyone who's PMP certified knows this. So, and I want to make this clear. This isn't something that is unique to Yoshi P. This is a style of management that is very well known and well accredited. What I don't see from World of Warcraft is a project management style that is well known and accredited. I don't see it a lot in the gaming industry, generally speaking. A lot of the time, the way at least we've seen it from developers is you're given a project, you're given a large timeline, and typically work is very low during that time. When all of a sudden that timeline comes up and it goes into a large curve, which then crunch comes in. That's where crunch comes from, is large amount of work required in a very short amount of deadline because either A, they were missing information, B, they didn't space out their work correctly. That's management, by the way, not the people on the bottom. Absolutely not. It's a problem in the gaming industry, huge. Because good project management skills kill crunch. That's the point. Crunch is a mistake. You fucked up if you've got crunch. All right? It's not uncommon to see overtime here and there, but it has to be in short bursts for you to use it effectively. It's very clear in all the documentation that I have that overtime is a sparingly used tool, only to be used when something happens, like cold and flu season is a good example. Or you're ramping up into a period where you know it's a little bit busier due to people being off. Summer vacations is a good example. Christmas vacations are a good example. Stuff like that. Good time to use it. But generally speaking, before the deadline hits, you should be at X% based on the plan you made. I honestly think that that's a missing point, generally speaking. And it also speaks to the communication that comes from World of Warcraft. If they don't have phased timelines with clear milestones, they can't present them to the player. They can't. If they don't have that stuff set up like Yoshi P does, very clear, cut, precise, no wonder they're not able to present anything to us. The player base, not me personally. This video is just more of a rambling of my thoughts when it comes to business and game development and how more management skills are required in that type of industry. And Final Fantasy fucking nails it. I mean, they had to fail. 1.0 happened. But Yoshi P is not a unicorn in the sense that what he's doing is so weird. He's following very simple, accredited steps to project management, and it's incredible. He's very good at it. Is Yoshi P amazing? Yes, absolutely. He has some excellent management skills. But other game developers could have them too. Pay attention. Final Fantasy's nailing it. What did you guys think of this one? Yeah, it was a little different. Yeah, I mean, I got to speak on my own work experiences and my thoughts on the business part of it. But I'd like to know your thoughts. What do you think is going on? How impressed are you with Final Fantasy XIV's management style, the communication, the transparency? What the fuck is that? So good. So good. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give me a big old thumbs up. If you didn't, well, cool. Be honest with me. I'm a big girl. I can handle it. Bonus points if you tell me why you didn't like it. Feedback is the best way to improve. It'll also let me know if you want more videos like these or you want me to look into more situations, so let me know. If you like gaming, you like lore, you like nerdy stuff, you like me, I don't know, hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, ring that bell. That way you'll get notifications every time I go live or upload, which, bitch, we do a lot. So, no, a lot. Stream 3 nights a week and at least a video a week, which we tend to go a little ham on. But that's okay, right? I'm kidding. I have a blast. Either way, have a legendary night, and I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one. Bye. Bobby Kotick's a doo-doo head.